If I talk about myself, it's going to take a whole hour. So I'll just briefly say that my name is Pauline Standing Rock. My maiden name is Piechu, Thunderbird. And originally, I come from North Battleford, Saskatchewan, raised by grandparents. And my mother-in-law couldn't be the mother she's supposed to be because of she had TB, and those times you can't go home, you have to stay in a sanatorium. So she stayed in there for 2 years. So, and I don't remember too much about my mom growing that small, but my grandparents were the ones that stepped in. And so mostly it's coming from a background of fluent Cree speaker. That's all I knew is Cree speaking around my home. My aunties and my cousins, we all talk Cree. Nothing but Cree. English was strange to us. Not until we went to the day school. I must have been about around 6 or 7 years old. And I walked in, we all walked in, we were really scared, and we hardly see white people around us. And this was an old lady. I still remember her name, Mrs. Prague. She comes and introduces herself, open a door for us, and we were scared. We don't know what we're up to, and she asked, I guess she asked us our name, and some of us didn't get it. And so the others that understood her, they interpret to us. They're asking you your name, so we introduce ourselves. So that was my first learning experience. Going to a classroom is not, don't know what to expect. Way different from my home bringing, where I grew up with fluent speakers. Everything was different from when I entered that school. We have to sit nice and straight, and that's how that lady taught us manners. My first letter word was my beginning letter P, and I was so proud of my P, and I was able to write that P in within a few days, and that was something that was good to me. So anyway, I was here for 52 years. I got married here to Douglas Standing Rock. We have 9 children, 4 to 2 grandkids, probably around, I miscount, 14 great-grandchildren. And we help raise our grandkids. That's how it is with us. And that's how I got here. So what I learned growing up on a reservation, that we have a lot of culture, a lot of ceremonies we camp out to a ceremony, Sundance, and that was something we look forward to every year. It's something that we get excited about because we don't know what's out there. We're just not used to anything out there. So it was an exciting year for us. We only have it once a year. And at that time, as kids didn't understand, but it's mingling with other kids and playing and just having fun, and home cooked in a stove outside, those little trapdoors they used to use, cooking over, and then our meals, they taste like smoked. They all taste smoked, even our hot tea, and old folks used to cook everything over the fire. And I didn't know how important it was that time, but we was trying to play around the fire one time, me and my cousins, like any other kid, we were crazy little kids. So we was jumping over that, boy, we got scolded. You cannot do that. That's our fire. our fire spirit won't like it, you know. So there was a lot of things that we have don'ts, and we have to listen. Otherwise, we'll get it. Those times you get a whipping or a spanking, and we were disciplined. It was strict, and I seen some old folks come and go to come visit. The protocol, like I told you, when we receive visitors, we welcome them. Wow. Feed them, have them coffee or tea. Mostly was tea those times. Or they'll wait for my old folks to finish cooking while they're visiting, and we let the visitors eat first before we do. Usually my grandma makes us eat first, the kids, but now they want us to have our visitors go first, and then we go in after they get done. So that was one of our protocols. You have to acknowledge that person and make them comfortable, make them feel at home. And every time we go visit, you give a little gift. You receive a little gift. You received a little gift. You like these people, you know, you come back and come see us again. That's how it used to be. Now, when I go visit somewhere, I don't get a gift, but I get a good meal, which is still good. My grandkids are still doing that. My daughter still does that. They still cook and invite us. They're still trying to keep up with that. So, and my other granddaughters are picking up too. So we try everything. We try to encourage the Cree in our homes. We talk Cree. We tell them they want to be corrected. Don't be afraid to correct me, you know, they'll say, don't be afraid to correct me, I want to know. Okay, we'll do it. So we've been doing that quite a bit. I have grandkids that are doing it right now. And I'm raising a 7-year-old. She knows more Cree than the other kids because I say it all the time. And she picks up on it real good. And then when we went to a restaurant, this was funny. I was talking Cree to her, and she looks around, and she said, Mom, don't talk Cree loud. They'll hear you. I said, that's our language, baby. And she calls me Mom. I'm her grandma. But I had her since she was about 7, 8 months old. So I'm her mom. And she still has her parents, but she chose to be with me. I was first of all, I started as a sub. They needed subs, aid, so I said, well, let me try this. And my grandchild, her name is Kayla Null. She's probably like 32, and she's handicapped. She's not like any other normal children. I put her in Head Start. They said that I could be able to put her in Head Start, even though she's handicapped. She can't talk, she can't walk, sit up, nothing. She's like about range of 4 months old. And I took her in. I took her in, and I signed up Head Start with her. So I wasn't too comfortable to put her in there, so I volunteered to make sure that she's okay, because that's my first grandchild. And when you have a first grandchild, you just treat them like an egg. You just make sure everybody's keeping an eye, feeding her, all those stuff. And I volunteered because they didn't know how to handle her. So I volunteered, showed them this and that, how to do this and that. I was just a volunteer, and then the boss asked me, we need somebody to help us. Would you be interested? I said, what? To work? You want to work? Oh, yeah, I want to work. So that's how I started from Head Start, well, when my grandchild was in there, and I started from going, and but within a year they said you need to do your CDA. CDA, what? Do I have to go to school? Yeah, it's not bad. They said, but if you get your CDA, you'll be qualified. So I did. I did evening school. I went to Fort Belknap. The Julie Doney was our teacher, and she's an excellent teacher. And that's where I graduated from my 2 year early childhood. It's called CDA. So finally, I put in for the job, and I said, okay, I like it. I don't mind doing it. So they wanted me to work there because I'm a fluent speaker, and that's what the boss wanted. She wants to, get it going. And I had another partner that worked with me. Her name is Pearl Whitford, and she's a current fluent speaker too. She's still with us, but she retired this year too. So um, we missed her. She's a good inspiration to all of us. So I work with her. Her and I work side by side, talking Cree, nothing but Cree in the classroom. And those kids were picking it up along with us. It worked pretty good. That's why I said it'll work if two people are talking Cree constantly in one room. That it just brought up the light to us. And 3 and 4, and sometimes 5 before going to kindergarten. Right now, I have our daycare. I transferred from Head Start, and I came here, retired from Head Start, and I wasn't ready to quit. I said, oh, I want to work, so these guys needed a Cree speaker, so I put in for it, and they told me I could start working. I got excited. I was so happy, and they wanted to have a Cree immersion for the 0 to, right now we have 0 to 3, and we take in older kids too to come over here if there's, they don't have babysitters or anything, so we take them in, the staff children, so it works for them too. Well, I will say I had a friend. We're still friends. We're just like sisters. She pushed me to get my bachelor's degree. She encouraged me. And when that bachelor's degree for early childhood was open, we both signed up. There was about 7 of us. We signed up, and we all graduated from Bozeman. And there was a teacher, and I shouldn't even forget her name, but she was an excellent teacher. She inspired us. She come visit us, encouraged us to. Oh, I heard she retired too. She moved along, but she was in Bozeman, and we all graduated from there. She, my friend, when I call my sister, her name is Debbie. She was the one that helped me along the way, because as a fluent speaker, it's hard for me to grasp some words, the meaning. I don't understand because I'm a hands-on visual person myself, and English is my second language. It's hard for me to, sometimes I have to ask, what does that mean? What is it telling me? Like the questionnaire here that I had to go over it twice. I had to ask my friend, my daughter. Said, I don't really get it. I said, can you help me? So they explained. The ones we work with are the ones that when they put in an application, they have a interest for their kids to learn the basic Cree language. There was a great interest, and that's why they put me in that spot. so I could help the families that their children uh, were trying hard to talk Cree every day. The greeting is the most important part of the day. We greet the children and we greet the families. And they're catching on too, so they're happy what's going on with our Cree. They're happy that to hear the kids, they'll say some Cree words and they laugh and they said, I don't even understand what she said. She said this when she came home. So that was good to hear on my part. I said, oh my gosh, it might be, this is it. It's going to work. How do we build relationships? Well, once in a while, we'll have a dinner and we'll invite them over to come and eat with their child. Or sometimes the teachers will make something like a little present or a drawing of their child, and they'll put some little sayings in there, and it's for their parent. They'll take it home to the parent. Also, we Facebook. Some of us will Facebook will send them messages. So we do a lot of video, and it's important to have that Facebook because majority of the families are on Facebook. And if you try to get them on a phone, that's a hard one too. They won't answer. But on Facebook, click, you get them right away. Yeah, and through flyers too, we put up little flyers or a bulletin board, or we'll tell the people over there, can you mention this? Can you put it on? They got a newspaper going up there, so we give them a few things that we need on there too for the parents. So, and the teachers are really good. The parents are just supposed to pick up the children, and I tell my make sure you talk to them, greet them, say something good about their child, or if they need something help with their child, how can we fix this? Your child is doing this and that, and that's how communication. We do a lot of it, almost every day. The families know us. We know them. We greet them nicely. We invite them. I want them to feel good, to walk in here and feel good. And they do have that feeling that they walk in, they feel good at ease, and there's no tension. And that's what I want. That's how I want to greet people. And I don't know how you felt when you came walking in.
I felt very welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty much. Some old ladies from the Stone Child College had a curriculum. Boy, see, that's what I mean. I hate saying some words. They devised a booklet. It's a guide that we look at. I read some of their stuff. What I pull some stuff out of there, and then I make my own little guide, lesson plan, like that. I put everything on there, what they got, and my ideas on there too. So everything's on there, so the teachers will know what I'm trying to do, and we repeat those words, make sure that they understand what they're saying. And when they repeat it to the kids, they keep repeating those stuff. So I think it works pretty good. And also, I made sure that they have the prints here and there, so they'll remember in their classroom those Cree prints, symbols, whatever. They'll remember, oh, I gotta say this. This is how you say it. I want to make sure they say it right. If they don't, I'll come in there and I'll say it for them. Repeat it. So, and there's also a big screen in there. There's also a Cree um, lessons on that. They were videotaping the elders. That helps a lot too. So we could play it on our screen or on our phones. So we have the book, we have them elders repeating stuff, pictures. It's a real good one, I think. We all have it in our app on our phones. So I cheated there so they can have homework. Yeah. If we had something like that, I would like to do research. How can I help these people? And I could also talk to them, the parents, or like you, I could talk to you. Okay, this is what we're doing. If you're comfortable with it, if you have anything that you want us to know that we can help each other, I think I would do a lot of talking and communication and introduce everybody out there and introduce what we're doing, how we're going about our daily schedule. If they be able to look at our daily schedule, and if they want us to teach some of their basic, we could try that too, like the greeting and how to say their name in their language, because we all have native language given to us. So I really wish I could pick that up on a lot of our kids. I don't know if all of them have Cree names, but I really encourage that too, that all children get gifted names, so it could help them along too. And we also have old folks that wrote stories, real short stories, and we try to make them fun, and I wanted them to redo the stories, like to make them a little bit more colorful, more elaborate. I had that idea. I talked to my old man about it one time because he's an artist. I said, would you be able to do something like this? Like, this is a book that they wrote, but it was like pencil. It doesn't catch your interest. That's what I said. I wanted like nice colorful one, and said I could do that. If you want me to do it, I can do it. So I never did do that, but we do have storytelling, the kids, and we got some from the video too, videos and books. We have these big books that the kids love so much. They're big, but that's my wish, to redraw those, illustrate those to more like to catch the kids' interest rather than black and white, because they might get bored.
Help them visualize.
Yeah. Yes. If what I'm doing now, I label everything. I label table, mitsunatik. I label garbage and what's it for. I label just about everything in Cree, and we point those. Which one? Can you find me mitsunatik? Go find me that one and try to say it in Cree. Tanwe mitsunatik. If they hear that tick, they'll point at it.
Mm-hmm.
And in each area, we have paper, pencils, stencils. We have writing areas. Make sure there's a writing area with a pencil, markers, crayons. So they'll have that hands-on thing, and they could write, they could draw, and a lot of kids love drawing. The older kids do, but the younger ones, they like scribbling, which is fine too. We encourage that too.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't, it don't have to be perfect or anything. And literacy, I try to label in all areas. Um, if I find something interesting to go with it, we'll do it. If there's math area, we do something, we'll do it in Cree. Each area, I try to focus, how can we do this in our language? There has to be a way, so I try to put it in there, throw it in there, ideas. And I said, I'm not the only one with ideas. You kids know the ideas. Just tell me. We'll do it in Cree, I said. So I guess I'm more geared towards the Head Start because I've been there 23 years. I'm talking more about the Head Start that I left it last year, this summer, to be here. So I didn't get much chance to do too much here because we moved from that building to this building, then this COVID, then it wasn't like I can't push it the way I did at the Head Start. And that was my passion. I remember a lot of stuff at Head Start that I did. And my educator manager was right in there with me. He encouraged that areas to be in Cree. So she was a good partner, really good. So is that what?
Yeah, absolutely. So how do you conduct assessment?
Assessment was they did a pre and post test, but I never did try it because I didn't have that many Cree speakers as we speak. I was the only one to go in there and do little Cree, and we never did have assessment. I did thought about it. I think of how can we assess these kids, and the only way I could think of is just visually, like tell them something maybe. I don't know. It was hard for me to do that, to assess kids, and I never asked the other schools like Fort Belknap, Browning. That's my part. This I always wanted to visit how they're doing theirs to get ideas from them because they've been doing it many years too. So that's my weak spot. I'll admit that. Assessment. I do. What did I do with that? I know we have some more, like page by page, like week by week. I wanted them to know the basic of the greeting, departure, put your coat on, meet. So all those little stuff. We do this for the little ones. Okay, now I told them we're going to have to move this longer, bigger sentence. So, permiso, astamote means come over here, come and eat. Before it was like the little ones eat, drink, eat, like that, sleep, sit, they pick on that one, but I pushed it to where they could make it more longer. Come over and eat. Sure. Come sit here. More hands, language, your facial expression. So if I could have these other teachers that they moved on to the next level, like kindergarten, I'm hoping wherever I left off that they carry over. And I think they do. I think that's what's taking place right now. Because they have a Cree immersion school right now for the kindergarten kids. So hopefully, but what I wanted too is to get together. Okay, this is the part I'm going to be teaching the babies, the little ones. So when they come to your school, can I want that to happen too, but it was never brought up. I have these ideas, but I need to partner with somebody that wants to do it. I'm going to use an example. This one child we had used to take home food, put them in their pockets, or go in their cubby and throw some leftover food. And I bent down and asked him, well, why are you putting food in your cubby? He said, that's for my brother when I get home. And it really did something to me. So what I did is I told my coworker, I said, we're going to have to give him some more food or have him take it home. And we need to know about his background. I said, I need to check if everything's going on. And my part as a reporter, first responder, the first reporter, which I hated to do, I had to go reach out to family services because I'm the first responder, first reporter for if I notice something that's not right, I have to call them and I have to make my little report. Check on these family, make a home visit, and this is what we see, and they take over from there. So maybe I'm a bad person, I don't know. Yeah, we don't point it out. We try to put ourselves in their level to where we try to embrace them, talk to them, and just be soft spoken and uh, close to your heart. That's our belief. When you put a child close to your heart and then you talk to them in their ear, comfort them with that voice. And we say, when babies are crying or the other kids, kai mato, epse, kai mato, and they do calm down. And also, we have our little circle time, and we'll talk about certain stuff about, like it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be angry. There are times we need to be angry. Sometimes we don't like what's going on. Sometimes here maybe you're not happy about something, maybe from your home. It's okay to talk about it. You're not alone. Let's talk about it. We can help you, they all hold their hands and just eye level, talk to them with your eye level. And then when they start trusting you, they'll open up. They'll trust you, and because you look at them, you mean it. You want to help this child. For one thing, I know the parents, they want more Cree to those kids. They want their kids to listen to singing, dancing, round dancing. We have all of these on our videos, and we'll demonstrate with them, and they'll feel happy. They're so happy. They're round dancing. Or if we have something going on, we'll invite a singing group. And then if we have enough, to go around for kids to put on a shawl or boys bells, and that spirit will come to them, and they're so happy. They're jumping around. They don't have perfect moves, but that feeling is in that. The drumming and the singing, they help their little spirits. They lift it up, and I could see some of that works on our kids. And they feel like, I could do this, I want to dance, I want to do that, again, or round dancing, powwow song. We have people that do that for us. We have our local group singers. I think we have like 4 drum groups on a reservation. And also I'm going to brag about my grandson, Shantae Mitchell. Standing Rock. I don't know if you heard his CDs. You have to learn. You have to listen to it. It's so comforting. It's uplifting. He has a beautiful voice, and some kids will like that too. He's invited around the schools, and he goes do that. And
Does he do hand drum?
yes,
Okay.
yes, you have. He's on that video. What is it called? That music video. He's on a video.
Okay.
You could find him there.
I'll find it.
Yeah. They're scared to get scalped. No, I'm just joking. I'm a non-Indian. Okay. My feeling is I I like meeting different nationalities and upbringing that you have to accept everybody. You have to accept who that person is. You do not look down on a person. So what I do is I try to welcome that person, make them comfortable, laugh with that person, just and if she has any questions or if she needs my help, I'll be there. I'll help you. Don't be afraid. We come from different homes. Our home is different from your home or your background and my background. We could try to put that together. We might never be equal, but there'll be a little balance. If I talk more about, this child comes from a broken home, and we need to help this child out and to make that child heal and feel good about himself, herself. I would talk about our home life. That's a very sensitive area. Like I said, we have do's and don'ts. Okay, if a teacher wants to, I'll use an example again. If the teacher wants you to dissect a frog, and we believe we do not touch that frog, we do not do that. I could explain to her why we don't do this. They can watch, but they can't do that. They can't touch it. Because, the animals, they have their own kingdom too. Everything watches you. Everything pays attention to you. The way we believe in everything around us is spiritual. What we do, what we say, and that's why they always tell us, watch your step. Don't overstep your boundaries, because you might meet something that you're going to bounce back and start over again. And I would explain that to a non-native. This is what we believe in. This is what we do. There's some stuff that you don't understand. It's always important to ask, why do we do this? I would make sure that she knows, because a lot of our children, they come from broken homes, poverty, but still they're proud little happy little kids. They don't know what poverty is. They don't know what trauma is. They just happy little innocent little kids. And that's one of the things they tell us. We don't hit kids or hit them on the head or cuss them out, and we don't do that. We don't push our kids or try to discipline them and harshly, because they're going to believe that they're bad kids. They're bad. We're not good. And how these kids grasp everything. They're just like little sponges, and We don't want them to believe that they're bad. We want them to feel like they're loved and wanted. We can't cast them aside. I know for a fact that happens too. Um, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's racism, prejudice, whatever. I seen it in my own eyes sometimes when I was teaching all these years. They tend to favor some kids. And there's one, two kids on a side playing on a side because that kid don't want to talk, don't want to mingle. And that's what it really bothers me. Why does this child want to mingle? Why is he not with that group and always angry, want to cry? So we try to talk to that kid, embrace them, cuddle them. We use our smudge also too in a building, our sweet grass. And we use a lot of our cultural ways to heal a child, to heal a teenager. We got those. And some of them, they don't know how to reach out. Sometimes you have to come out and do that, reach out. I think that's what we're lacking here right now. If I understand this, there's a lot of books out there, and a lot of them are not right. If they could, if I always think locally, a person should write about the Crees, Rocky Boy, learn about our ways and Crees, and read about it, or have a workshop, or come to our workshop. This is what we're going to do. Invite those people that want to know more about natives if they want to collaborate with them with schooling, understanding more what we go through, what we have to put up with. A lot of literature, a lot of books, videos that I've been on these videos and reading and stuff, even though I don't understand that much, but a lot of it is geared to the city town kids. It's never geared to the reservation kids. Never. Nobody ever brought up the natives are this, this is how they live. This is what they want for their kids. And maybe that's why we have downfalls, because nobody pays attention how we're living, what we want. I'll talk to the governor. I joke. But anyway, I just thought that was a lot of this is geared to Munyasak, means white men, whites.
So Yapi is.
Yeah. Munyas. We say it in Cree, white folks. Munyas. They should have a building, a office, or something like kids can go just relax, and the professor come on and visit, offer them coffee, tea, make them feel good, make them feel at home, they're welcome, and this is what you're going to go through, and I'm here, don't be afraid, my door is wide open, and talk to the teachers the same way, because we are very sensitive. We walk in and said, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to be here. Maybe, like my experience when I went to Northern, that was how I felt lost. I felt lost. Where do I go? Who do I talk to? And it's a good thing my friend was there leading me around. And that was my first year of college. I was scared. And I have to drive home, go back and forth, and I had a scary experience because I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know what college is about because I was not introduced to education. Like I said, I was brought up by my old folks. They didn't know nothing about English, just Cree. Nobody prepared me what to expect. And I was raised by my grandparents, especially my grandma. My grandfather passed away when I was still young, and my grandma do not speak English or understand it. She spoke two languages to be Assiniboine and Cree. So I was spoken to like that while I was growing up. She had no knowledge about schooling, nothing. She never did go one day of school. So she was not there to help me, but knowledge of our Cree culture, she was there. So I graduated from learning our language and culture, but you never stop learning because you always learn something new. It's not the same every day. To me, that we're so sensitive to everything. Like if we walk in a classroom and I don't see no native stuff like something like that or like that, or a sage or a sweetgrass, to make me feel like, oh, I'm okay, And we'll have a sign up there, Native American uh, counselor or something like that. I sure would go to that counselor and ask him a bunch of questions, and because I have no knowledge of college myself when I was growing up. And I was 17 years old. So I literally, my old man, I guess I'll say, literally finished raising me. But I had my bachelor's degree. It took me forever to go to school, but it's worth it. I learned different nationalities, try to balance those out. And I'll never be a white person. I'm always going to be a Cree person. We all know that. Yeah, I don't feel I'm not prejudiced. I don't feel like that. I will never feel like that because I believe in our Creator. We're created equally. We're supposed to. We don't look down to up. No, it's not my belief. If somebody laughs at me, looks down at me, and I'll just smile and walk away. But maybe I lied there too. When I was young, I was very, how would I say, aggressive. Growing up by myself and my cousins with their families, I think there might been angry issues or something because I remembered that when they sent my mom away too to boarding school, I miss out a lot. I missed how is it to be raised by your parents. I have no hardly knowledge of it because I was raised by an elder. Mm-hmm. So there's difference in our culture. You're either raised by your grandparents, or you're raised by your parents, or raised by parents that are not all there, not paying attention to their children. So we all come out differently, but still we're the same skin, same blood and everything, but we have these little things behind our minds, and we try to I don't keep things over my shoulder. I try to, oh God, go on. Life has to go on. You don't carry it, it'll get you sick. If you carry your burden, you're gonna get sick because you won't let go back the past and move forward. That's my belief. Move forward, and don't forget our Maker up there. Don't forget He's there. He'll be listening. Enjoy life. enjoy people, enjoy what you have. We're not here for a long time. We're visitors. We're aliens. Yeah, that's probably pretty much I can say for now.
Good. You did really good.
I hope so because I could talk all day if I want, but there'll be some other time.
Okay.